Linux exploits. And so I want to go to Opera, and I'm here at ED201C, the version, the cloud version is fine. All right, so first you have to install some stuff like GCC Multilive. Now the point of this, the Build Essential gives you compilers. All we care about is the C compiler. GDB is the debugger we're going to need, and Multilive lets us run 32-bit code on 64-bit hardware on Linux, which is what we want to do because we're going to start with 32-bit exploits, and then we're going to do 64-bit exploits. So we need a program to exploit, and here is a simple program of the vulnerability. So nanobuff.c, and you put in this stuff and save it, and then compile it to make 32-bit code, which is the -M32 here. This will make 32-bit executable out of it, and you can tell with file buff32. That'll tell you it is a 32-bit executable linked format for Intel processors, which is what we want to do for starters. So if we run this program, bufo32, I guess it's buff32, okay? There. What is your name? I give it Sam, and it says, goodbye Sam, and then executes a command. Now let me make this, I'll make this bigger and clear, and now cat buff.c. All right, let's talk about what this does. Here's the main routine. It reads a name, which can be up to 200 characters long. It then calls this BO for buffer overflow function with the name and a static date string. And in that routine, it copies them into code, command, and name that are only 40 characters long. So there's a buffer overflow here, but the first kind of buffer overflow we're going to exploit is the simple kind, which is not the most commonly exploited, but it is the most dangerous and the hardest to stop, where you don't take over control of the instruction pointer, but you just leak from one variable into another variable. This turns out to be really hard to stop. So we're going to leak from the name into the command. So if I run this program again, buff32, and I give it a name, 6, 7, 8, 9, there. If I give it 10 characters, and copy 10, 20, 30, 40, and then ls, the name is now 40 characters ls, which overrides out of the name, which only has room for 40 characters, and the ls leaks into the second command, which is a command, and it executes that command. So now I got command injection, just like the ping form, from having one variable leak into another. So that's this simple kind of vulnerability. And there's a remote server you can exploit here with flags defined. So this is very much like the ping command injection, but it's coming from the simplest buffer overflow where one variable leaks into another. So that's the first case. And I guess I'll make a separate video of the next case. Just let me